Hey everybody, today we're going to be making a sausage quiche. It's one that Doug and I both love, and I love it when I can do things that he and I both love. Sometimes we don't always love the same things, but we both love this sausage quiche, and it has all the ingredients that we both love. I'll tell you what's going to be in it. It's in my cookbook for those of you who have my cookbook, South Georgia Favorites. It's on page 75. And here it is. And for those of you who don't have my cookbook, I'll give you the recipe. And if you'd like to order it, the link will be on this video up at the top. So let's get started, and let me tell you, we're going to be using a frozen pie crust, a self-made, already made pie crust today. It's a 9-inch deep pie crust, and we'll have sausage, cheese, eggs, milk, salt, pepper, just all the good things that we love. So I'm going to go ahead and brown my sausage. I'm using Jimmy Dean's sausage today, just the regular. I'm not advertising for any of these products. I don't get paid for this, so please understand that. But it's just products that I like, and you can get the hot, you can get the mild. This is the regular, and so I'll be using that. And I'm going to brown it, and then I'll come back in and we'll put the quiche together and put it in the oven and bake it. Now my recipe calls for enough ingredients to make 2 quiche. Today I'm just going to be making 1. That's all that we need, so I'm going to be halving the recipe, but the full recipe will make 2 quiche, and they freeze really well, or they keep in the refrigerator for several days. So let's get busy. Come on in and join me. Make yourself comfortable, and let's put together the sausage quiche and get it in the oven so that it can bake and be ready to eat. I have scrambled and browned our sausage. I already had some in the refrigerator, and it only takes half of a pound, 8 ounces, if you're making just 1 quiche. If you're making 2 quiche, then you'll want to use the entire pound, and you'll want to divide the sausage and put it into 2 pie crust. So I'm going to just spread this out evenly, and on top of this I'm going to add mozzarella cheese. This is Publix brand, and this is the fine, actually it's fancy shredded, if you don't have the fancy. And the recipe calls for a cup divided, so you would put like a half a cup on top of the sausage, but I just kind of guesstimate it. We love a lot of cheese in our dishes, so I'm probably putting more. You can put more or less if you want to do that. So now I'm going to set this aside, and I'm going to start with our mixture that we're going to pour on top of our sausage. I've got 4 eggs, and I'm adding 3/4 of a cup of milk, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and some pepper. Now the recipe calls for 1/4 of a teaspoon of pepper, and if you were just making 1, you could put an 1/8, or you can just do like I did. You can just kind of estimate, put it as much as you like, as little as you like, because salt and pepper truly is always to taste or to your dietary needs. Some of us can't have as much salt as others. Doug is a big salter, and I used to be kind of a moderate to a medium salt person, but here lately my doctor and my health has dictated that I use less salt. So we all have different needs, and that's the beauty of making our own food, is that we can tailor it to our needs, our desires, our likes, what we like and what we don't like. We can add, we can take away. So that's the beauty of it. So now I have this mixed up really well, and I'm going to bring back our pie crust. Remember, I'm using a frozen pie crust. It's a 9-inch deep dish. So what we want to do is just pour this egg and milk mixture over the quiche. over the sausage and over the cheese. Just like that. Y'all, this is another one of those. I like to kind of shake mine around, spread it out evenly. And now we're going to come back and we're going to top it with more cheese. So I'm just adding some more cheese on top. Doug and I like to eat this. Y'all, we will eat it for breakfast. We'll eat it for brunch. It's wonderful. If you're having company, sometimes we'll eat it for dinner. We'll just have quiche, and I'll make some grits, and we'll have a side of fresh fruit. And y'all, that's our dinner. So whatever meal, it really can be served at 3 different meals. It's just a wonderful, wonderful dish. And like I said, it can be made ahead of time. It can be stored in the refrigerator for up to a week. You could actually freeze this after you bake it. You could freeze it and then just take out what you want when you get ready for it. So now I'm going to place it in the oven. I've preheated our oven to 375 degrees, and I'm going to bake it for 30 to 35 minutes or until it's golden brown. Okay, y'all, our quiche is ready to come out of the oven. Look at that. That is a beauty, and it's going to be so, so delicious. I'm going to take it out and let it cool. It has cooked or baked for 42 minutes. I'll let it cool, and once it gets cooled and I get ready to serve it for mine and Doug's lunch today, then I will come back and I'll show you how it cuts and show you what kind of fruit I'm going to be serving with it. So I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, y'all, our quiche is done, and I think that it's cool enough that we can cut it. So we're going to cut it and see how it looks. I'm going to cut me a big piece, because I feel like that I am hungry enough to eat this big piece of quiche. So we just, whoops, I flipped that out, didn't I? Okay, let's see what we got here. Just take this little spatula right here, lift under there, lift it up. Y'all, look at that. Just going to put it right here on this plate with this cantaloupe. That's what I'm going to eat mine with. Put that crust back over there. Get on there, crust. Look at that. That's going to be so, so delicious. I'll be back in a minute. We'll taste it together. Okay, y'all, our quiche is ready. So now let's taste it. I know it's going to be delicious. And I've got to serve Doug's plate too, so I can only do a taste because he and I have got to have lunch together. Look at this. Look, just look at that. Yeah, that is so good. I love it with sausage. You could use ham or you could use other meats, but it is so, so delicious. And this melon that I have here, it tastes like sugar. I better stop eating because Doug and I like to eat lunch together. So this is what I'm going to have. I'm going to serve his plate. We're going to make some iced tea. He may want some coffee with his. I'll see you again really, really soon. And I hope that you will try one of these sausage quiche because it is so worth trying. And it warms over really well too if you have any left. I'll see you again really, really soon. Bye-bye.